Home point updated. Hopefully you can hear me. Day number 2 here in Denmark for the EPWT. And, well, did you check out yesterday? Day number 1, we had some epic action. If you didn't check the highlights video, check it now. We're going to play that for you before we get into racing on day number 2. Hello? Welcome to day 1 here in Denmark, Ebeltoft, for the first ever EPWT, the European Pro Windsurfing Tour. It's a foiling tour and this is the first ever event.
Ready to race.
What is different about this tour? Well, there's no rules. There's no equipment rules. Anything goes. You can wear weight. Yes, you can actually put lead on. So we have got some riders here. We've got some top seeds. Johan So is around. We've had Michelle Becker, 5th in the PWA last year, so 5th in the world last year. He is here. The Wolf from Germany is here. There is prize money for this event, 2,500 euros for first prize, and it's pretty good all the way down to 5th, so it's going to be hotly contested. The wind, well, I'll tell you what, we do have some wind right now. We do have wind on the course. We've got riders getting ready, rigging up. First start is coming up soon.
Floating on the riverboat, I watch the towns pass as I move on. Electric eye into the future, and this I know, the future seems to always come.
Oh, and it's an absolutely shocking start to this event for Johan So and Michelle Becker. The 2 top seeds have pushed the line.
You 2 favourites, you and Michelle went over early or something?
Yeah, I was too excited. Too excited. I think even I was right on my clock, but maybe I put it too early.
Yeah. So you were pushing the pin, were you? Or?
Yeah.
The 2 big guns went out. What, pushed each other too hard?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, for me, it was sure I want to beat Johan, no matter what. And yeah, I mean, when I heard the signal and my watch hit 0, I was already kind of felt like, oh, I might be like half board or board length over the line. But you never know if you start at the pin where the boat is.
So elimination number 1, Everard at that top end with a great start. Oh, in the middle of the line, Oron with a massive catapult. Some big gusts coming through at the moment.
Don't have far to go. A mirror to my soul, I pointed blame until I
What a battle this has been down the last reach. Vinter and Everard going head to head. The Wolf has definitely won it, and Everard looks like he's going to edge it in 2nd place, but what a battle.
Fabian, that was the first race and you won out. I mean, what did you think when you saw the other guys go over early?
I mean, I saw the start. I had an okay start, but not from the pin. But they were already so far ahead. So I thought either way, like the pin must have been with the shift so favored. But in the end, yeah, they were over. And I knew, now I gotta win this.
And the other guys pushed you all the way to the finish line?
Not really. I had a bad start, but then I basically had the whole race a clean lane. That was good. Sometimes I was a bit underpowered on my 6 meter, and the outside marks were quite deep. So I was missing some power to get downwind, so I had to pump downwind. But other than that, it was a nice race.
Here we go, elimination 2. That is the start. Great start at the top end from the Wolf. Down this bottom end, Sjoberg. But look at the beast go. Look at the speed for the man on the 0.7. The beast is in beast mode. And Vinter taking a look at the inside, and he's gone for it, and he's got it. Great move from Noah there. And coming round the last mark, it's Johan So has got this wrapped up. Good race with Becker, but in the end, Johan too strong, but the fight for third is on. Winter has held that third place all the way round. Oh, and the Wolf goes down.
Good win, back to normal service. How was it out there?
It was really nice. A bit stronger wind now, but was pretty good with my 6.8. Like, felt nice, was flat water, so yeah, pretty nice.
And you got your watch timed right now?
Yeah, I was better. I was holding a little bit back, but it's better now.
Great race, and chased Johan all the way around the course. How was it?
Yeah, that was definitely more like it's supposed to be, you know, over early in the final, even though the start was not so good, because I felt like we were all quite early, and I wanted to, or I wasn't sure if I should go below the guy who's below me. But then in the end, the timing was alright from the fleet, so I was just a bit late. Anyway, yeah, second behind Johan. I mean, it was not really like a 101 because I was waiting for a mistake, otherwise it would have not happened. So yeah, let's see what the next one will bring.
First of all, I saw you take Fabian on the jibe, and then he couldn't catch you.
No. Me and Fabi always have a few battles, and this time I was underneath him, and then I managed to do, you know, close jibes to the buoy, and then it was good. Third.
And did you see that he fell you on the last mark?
No, I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard something back. I was just focusing, you know, to finish.
Yeah.
But it was good.
All right, good job, man. Well done. I think you might be leading now.
Yeah.
So there we go, Mr. Consistent Noah Winter is leading this event after 2 eliminations, and we have just heard there'll be one more elimination today. The rain is coming. The wind has dropped a little bit. What will happen in that final? Johan So, Michelle Becker need to get back on the horse. The Wolf needs to get it together. Let's go find out. Wolf upwind on the red Severn. Poggyman right next to him on the S2 Maui sails, orange and yellow sail. We've obviously got the North, which is Hainmeyer. We've got Sjoberg down this bottom end. We've got Noah Winter poking out, Johan So, and wow, it's a good start. Great start from Sjoberg down this bottom end. East is in beast mode right now and absolutely powering through. So is Michelle Becker. We've got Noah Winter behind. The Wolf is there. Everard a bit further back is Poggyman. But I tell you what, the Swedish rider Sjoberg is having a right show here, and he's going to go in second place. The beast is in beast mode. Johan So wins the third elimination, and he will now be climbing up the rankings. Michelle Becker goes over the line in second. Then we have third place, the Wolf. Then we've got Winter, who will be leading this competition.
Started all the way to the pin end and then just fighting all the way through. And I think I was fourth, so I think it makes me the leader of the event so far.
Okay, so that's good. Going into the second day, leading. Everyone all for yours to lose in the wind tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just pushing. And then let's see what's going on.
But you did good in Fuerteventura in the wind, so you like it windy?
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow looks like we will get even more wind, so maybe it's to my advantage. I don't know.
So there we go. End of day 1. 3 eliminations, and we have an event leader, Noah Winter. He learnt to windsurf on this very beach, so that's a pretty good ending. But Johan So is looking very, very strong with a discard coming in. I mean, even without a discard, I think he's sitting in second place. Michelle Becker is also a danger man. The forecast for tomorrow is showing steady 20 knots plus of wind with a peak of 46 knots. Let's see what we bring. Okay, I'm going to take a guess that I'm live. Let's hope so. But we are on with racing day number 2, coming up to the first heat of the day, elimination 4. And you can see, look at the breeze out there. We are going to get some crazy wind this afternoon. Like a little bit of a delayed start, but we are definitely on with action right now. Michelle Becker is the big news for today. He's not actually here. He's gone home, injured his foot, and needs to take a rest. So that makes the top three really open now, because he was obviously one of the top seeds in this competition. Fabian Wolf, you can see him leading this one at the moment on the red Severn. You can see the drone a little bit struggling to keep up at the moment. Everard on the Neil Pride at the top end. Again, this is the semi-final, so qualifying for the final, first 5 places. But the guys were talking about 5 meters. Look at the pressure you can see coming down the course. White caps everywhere. It's going to be about being consistent, staying on the board. Let's see how it goes. So Fabian Wolf round in first place, Everard in second. Looks like Pogaman in third. Then it looks like Nielsen. And then we've got, it's our Dutch rider. I think that's Van der Weg. Bjorn Van der Weg. We've also got... just looking down the list who it could be. We've got both Van der Vegs in this, and it's a father and son combo. I said yesterday it was probably brothers, but it is actually the father-son combo, which is pretty cool to see. Dad's giving his son a good run for his money. Can he beat him in a race? That's always the gutter, isn't it, when that whole thing changes. But Fabian Wolf leading this one. Everard in second. Pogaman in third. Nielsen in fourth. And it is Van der Weg in fifth place, but it's a bit of a battle going on there. Oh, it's Hessels, sorry, on the Severn. Hessels on the Severn. So he'll be pushing through. The exciting racing definitely comes when we get into those finals. Top 5 at the moment. That 5th and 6th place is the hotly contested one. Just need to get a bit of angle so we can see. Here we go. That's a better angle for racing, so we can see what's going on behind, and we can see them coming in. And it is Hessels that's moved up into that qualifying position. You can see they're getting towards being on the edge here. Let's hope we're not going to back down into Sailors, as they're going to be coming the other way. But this Hessels is the fight. That's the 5th place. Van der Weg in 6th place, and won't be qualifying for a final if he stays there. Here we go. That's the mark as we come round. So Nielsen round, Pogaman round. We got a bit of wind pushing around, but that fight is on, isn't it? This is the fight for the final. Doesn't matter where you finish inside the top 5, as long as you're in the top 5. Van der Weg right now in 6th place, nothing to lose. If he crashes, he's in the runners-up final anyway. If he can overtake Hessels on the last jibe mark, he gets into the final, and Hessels will be in the runners-up final. So 1 jibe mark to go. Strangely, this is the battle in this race for 5th and 6th place. So Hessel will have the advantage going into the last mark of this first semi-final. Can't afford a mistake. Van der Vegs, give him a bit of room here, and that will help Hessels. There's long reaches today, though. I'd quite like to see shorter reaches. Makes it a little bit more on the jibes, because we can see that is where the places are won and lost a lot of the time, unless your name's Johan So. But Hessels keeps it really nice together. Not the best jibe, but solid. And Van der Weg, well, he's going to have to push, isn't he? He's going to have to push. And in this type of wind, if you're pushing on the edge, you can catch up. There's a difference between being right on the edge of your foil, trying to get, the least resistance from the mast. So higher out the water it is, the faster it goes. But obviously, you run the risk of it topping out, and then you lose all your lift and crashing. But it looks like Hessels is going to get that spot. I don't know if we can get communication to the drone guys, but I think we want to see the front of the race, and then towards the last couple of marks we drift into this 5th and 6th place, because you want to see what's happening in front. They could have had some crashes, but it looks like the Wolf, Everard, Pogaman have all gone through. Nielsen And it is going to be Hessels that takes that 5th spot. But look how close it is in the end. There's not much in it. That's the first semi-final. We're going to go straight up into the second semi-final. Second semi-final, we do have the top seed in this competition, Johan So. Like I said, Michelle Becker was meant to be in that last final, but he has retired injured. He's resting up before the PWA in Silt, which is a shame not to see Becker, but it does open up those podium places. And I think second and third at this competition will be hardly thought, well, really, well thought, I should say. At the moment, Johan So is not leading this competition. Noah Winter is leading the competition. But from what we saw from Johan So yesterday, we did have a practice race earlier in the day. Johan So was absolutely flying. So you wouldn't put it past him having a good run today. We got Hugo Sjoberg in this. He's been looking good yesterday. We got Ulrum on the Severn from Denmark. He had a massive crash on the start line yesterday. We've got Hugo Cox in this, Peyton Dietz. We've got Gustav Permin. I think someone said he was 14 years old, but he's a big fella. And we have all. But there seems to be a lack of communication because the drone is obviously changing a battery and we're not up for this start. But this is the semi-final, so let's hope they don't get too far out of sync and we can be bringing you the obviously finals. Yeah, I mean, look at the difference when you haven't got the drone. It's the guys are right up there. But like I said, this is semi-final. Looks like Noah Winter is actually leading at the moment ahead of Johan So. Sjoberg's up there. But, I mean, it's literally impossible to see. Like gorillas in the mist. But it looks like they've got plenty of wind. Yeah, let's hope we get the timing right on the drone. It should be enough to get 2 races in the drone and then get ready for the final. There we go, Johan So out in the lead now. Noah Winter. Could the strong winds play into the hands of Noah Winter? He's a bit of a lighter rider, and sometimes the windier stuff can favour the lighter riders, but Johan is absolutely just flying at the moment. Like I said, quite an easy qualification for these guys. There we go. Absolutely looking controlled and small sail, so you can see just how much wind there is out there. So Johan So round in first place. Noah Winter with the yellow rash vest. The yellow rash vest obviously means he's leading this competition, and they've got quite a hefty lead ahead of Sjoberg in third place. But then we've got Permin. No, we haven't. On the north. That's actually Heinmeier on the north. And then we have Aurum on the Severn. And it's Permin who is actually out of the final if it finishes like this. So sitting in 6th place at the moment on the Patrick sail is Permin from Denmark, and he needs to overtake one of the guys ahead of him. But it is looking close. This should be a good battle here. With 1 jibe mark to go, we need to stay on that fight because we've got Permin on the Patrick in 6th place. We've got the North Rider, which is Heinmeier, and I'm pretty sure it's Aurum on the Severn with obviously the duotone quite far ahead of these guys, which is Sjoberg. But the fight for sixth or fifth place is on. Haymeyer on the north is going to go round in fourth place, I think. So the Severn is missing out, yes. So the Severn of Aurum is going to have to go round the outside, not the quickest route. And Permin is up into fifth place and into a qualifying position here. So this is going to come down to this last reach. It's all going to be on this last reach. And Permin, did he say someone say he was 14 years old? Can't be Permin who's 14 years old, can it? I've seen the size of the fella. He's massive. Oh, he's catching up. Aurum's going to take him here. Aurum's got some speed on this last leg, on the Severn. He's trying to push, but meanwhile, Permin's pushing down that bottom end. This is going to come all the way to the line. Haymeyer ahead of him at the moment, but his position is not safe. Right on the edge. Aurum's pushing. Aurum's pushing right to the last. Permin's missing out, and we're coming through in this battle for the final places. Hayemeyer's going to get it, and Aurum takes that last spot, and Permin, unfortunately for the young Danish rider, is going to miss out on a final. But a great last reach there, pushing all the way to the end. Looks like someone's adjusting their downhaul there. And then we got Dietz, I think, coming over the line now on the Severn. So there we go. That's your kind of semi-finals. That's building up for the final. Like I said, I think the big news will be, what's Johan So going to do today? We're thinking, when you see the speed of the guy, he's a couple of knots quicker in that. I've got to be honest, you don't usually see that. There's like a big speed difference, which is kind of crazy. But it's interesting to see, can he pull it off in the races that count? He's already showed yesterday with 2 wins, but he had obviously that over the line early in the first one, which is why he's not leading this event. And then the consistent Noah Winter, that's the guy who has done the damage yesterday with some consistent results. 2 third places and a 10th. Puts him in 10 points in the overall standings and the yellow jersey. But now we're going to see the beast in full action. But who knows? Who knows? It's a final and anything can happen. Any mistakes will be punished. But Michelle Becker going out does make things interesting for second and third. Obviously, the Wolf is in for that battle. Winter's going to be in for that battle. Sjoberg has been showing some good consistency as well. Bogeyman needs to probably step it up today. Everard's got a chance. These are all guys that are, will be in the close running for the second and third places. There we go. Permin is 15 years old. Wow. He's a big fella for 15, I got to say. He's a tall fella. 15, wow. And then it's... So by looking at my list, I'm saying Dietz must be 14, is he? Peyton Dietz. There we go. 15 years old. Gustav Permin. 180, 84 kilos. Oh, Dietz says he's 19. I'm pretty sure Dietz is 14. Someone told me that yesterday. Just looking at some of the comments coming in. Permin is very young, but I'm not sure if he's 14 or 15. Yeah, so we got that, 15. Peyton Dietz is 14. Yeah, Peyton Dietz is 14. That's it. There we go. 14 years old, 188 and 84 kilos. That's the guy, actually. Sorry, I met Peyton earlier. I'm like, 188. I'm like, this guy's 14. I was like, what? Yeah. Oh, hello. The rain is coming. The rain. Like I said, gorillas in the mist. Literally. Oh, my life. That looks ominous. Oh, my God. Are we going to be able to put the drone up in that? That is... the storm is coming. The storm is coming. Let's hope. we can get this final going. Looks pretty scary to me. Jonas Fritz says 188 and 84 kilos, 14. It's crazy. I'm not joking. I was like, 14? 14? It's joking me. 14, I still... Well, I don't know. I haven't grown since I was 14. So we do have wind forecast for this afternoon. It could get pretty crazy out there. These guys, you know, on foiling equipment, big gusts coming through the competition area, we might see some craziness happen. Let's see. Hopefully it kind of blows through. We can get the drone up and capture some of this crazy action we've got here in Denmark. Also another comment says, very nice, thanks to a great stream. But again, IQ Foil is happening at the same time. Why don't organisations talk to each other? I mean, there's so many competitions going on that it's pretty impossible to make sure everything doesn't clash. You're going to have some competitions overrunning at the same time. And they are kind of the same but different. You know, if you concentrate on IQ Foil, you're going to concentrate on IQ Foil. If you're not, there is alternative tours. Let's say, look at the wind coming through. We like this. We like this. I mean, it's crazy. Even from the beach, you don't get to see this angle because it's a little bit around the corner from the beach. So when you're looking upwind like this from the drone, you really get an idea of how crazy this is about to become because the wind is set to pick up all afternoon. Who is it going to favour? Who is going to be able to hang on to the gear that they're on right now? Is anyone going to gamble on some smaller gear? Because it does feel pretty scary right now. Something is brewing. We got Jay saying the dude is eating buffaloes for dinner. Well, maybe. I mean, they must be feeding him something. Usually it's the Dutchies, which I'm like, my God, these guys are tall. But the Danes are not far behind, or maybe even ahead. Viking blood in them. So we are in the starting sequence by the looks of it. So runners-up final first, then men's winners final. Let's hope they've timed it with the drone and the battery. I always get worried that we don't have the battery for the final, but I'm sure those guys are on it. If they have, they'll probably delay the final and wait for the drone to get back up there if that is the case. Because as we know from watching more live windsurfing as we do these days, that the drone is just an essential tool. And hopefully we can just get a little bit ahead of the pack so we can really see the action happening down the course. Here we go. So runners up final. Wow. Maybe there's a few guys getting blown off the water. Look at that. Perfect breeze at the moment. We'll be getting the Slalom X out. We got Steph Meister saying it's blowing really hard in Groningen, wherever that is. But it's coming our way, apparently. It's coming our way. Okay, so we have a few flags up. The stuff is happening on the boat. The countdown is underway. So not long to go before we get into the action. We're definitely going to have a delay after this runners-up final, I would guess, for the drone to make it through both. Yeah, they're going to be on some small sails on the foils. Be interesting to hear the interviews afterwards, work out what sails are on. That's Johan So doing a bit of kangarooing around. Look, I mean, he looks like he's on the edge. Could be interesting for the final. Jonas Fritz says the new discipline, foiling X. I think that's what we've got right now. When this storm hits, it will be extreme foiling. No two ways about it. Obviously, we haven't got the swell here because it's quite a secluded bay, like covered from nearly all sides with a small opening. So you don't probably get the swell in here, which is perfect for blasting around, you know, flat water. Okay, so here we go. Building up. Runners up final. So this is like the build up for the final. We'll see who we've got in this. Maybe Dietz is going to give it a run. Peyton Dietz on the Severn. I do need to learn a few of the boys' names. You know, a lot of these guys are new to me. So I'm doing my homework. I reckon day 3 I'm in. Here we go. We've got a couple of the young guys going head to head in this one. We've got Gustav Permin on the Patrick. And it is Dietz first over the line. So Dietz with a great start. Gustav in second place. Here we go. Look at him go. Absolutely flying on the Patrick. So Permin, he looks like he's going to go around that first mark in first place, really putting the hammer down on this first reach and this runners-up final. These guys were the ones, you know, closest to making the final, so we're expecting to see these guys up there. But it is going to be Gustav going round in first place. And Peyton in second. Battle of the Young Guns. 14 and 15 years old. Gustav round in first. Then we got Van der Weg on the duotone again. Another guy who was pushing to make that final. Well, it's going to be on the edge sort of stuff. Like I said, runners-up final this. The real close racing is definitely going to be coming up in the final, which is up next. Let's stay there. Let's chase him in front of him down this reach so we've got a bit of a better view. Go, go, go. Okay. Dietz still there. You can see there's a bit of chop coming through. Okay, so it looks like a pretty cruisy one, this. I think they've found their places already. Sometimes it's like that, where you've got one guy who's kind of looking very comfortable, which is Gustav on the Patrick. What would be good, though, is to get ahead of the action and looking back down the reach so we can kind of see all riders in the one shot. And we can get a real good idea of what's going on. But you can see there's plenty of wind on the course. The final is going to be very interesting to see who can handle some of these gusts, because I don't think you can give it justice. Go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Looking comfortable. Wind has already increased even throughout this race. You can see he was so close to making that final, and that's what you're seeing in this race. Oh, look at those gusts coming through. I think the wind must be making it difficult out there on the drone. There we go. Go. So it's going to be a pretty cruisy runners-up final for Permin on the Patrick. And then Dietz in second and Van der Weg in third. I mean, it's a big course, which does spread it out quite a bit. A very long course today, which might be very interesting for the other guys. But hopefully we can get the drone in front of the pack, with the pack, looking down the reach. Then we can see a lot of the guys racing at once. With a side view, we only really get to see one rider, which is not as interesting. We want to really see that whole reach from the front. But this is Gustav Permin, 15 years old. There we go. Right. We're waiting for Dietz to go over the finish line, and then we're going to be going up to the final. Johan So will be coming up in this final. And then, like I said, I feel like there's a massive battle for that second place. That's not a foregone conclusion that Johan's going to win, but from what we've seen, the guy is pretty devastatingly fast. So this is the final by the looks of it. Johan So, Fabian Wolf, Noah Winter, obviously leading this event at the moment. Cyril Everard has been killing it at youth level. We've got Hugo Schoberg from Sweden. We've got the German, Lars Pogaman. We've got Hessels in this, Nielsen, Oram, and Heinmeier on the north. So this will be a hotly contested final. We're going to see the boys pushing each other into every jibe mark. These guys, know each other really well, race together a lot. So they know each other's levels, they know each other's speeds, weaknesses, and it does make for some really, really interesting racing. So we will be bringing you that very soon. Just getting the drone refueled. We'll send it up there. Like I said, hopefully we can get that nice angle where the drone's ahead of the pack and you're looking back down the reach and you see all the action behind. That's like the perfect angle for slalom. Got Simon Pettifer saying West Kirby 60 knots this morning. It's coming our way. Oh my life! Yeah, we can see it. It's already built since the guys have been out this morning. So we're going to have some windy racing this afternoon. Like I said, the final's the big one though. Just waiting for the sequence by the looks of it. Up at the boat. Here we go. We're going to get it on. How much wind are we going to get today? That's the question. That is the question. Plenty of breeze. What breeze have we got? I saw gusts of 26 knots. I think that's already increased. I think just looking at the water state, I'm thinking we're seeing up to 30 knots at the moment on the foil. And this is going to be hotly contested. Like I say, some pretty good prize money for this. 2,500 euros for first, but it's not quite just the 2,500 for first. It's the way it's split all the way down. Makes it a pretty decent prize pot. Even I think in fifth place you're on 1,000 odd euros, so pretty decent. I'll pay for your trip. There's a lot of obviously local-ish riders here, Danish, Germans, Swedes, so it'll be quite a nice little one to walk away with, plus the title. Can anyone stop Johan So? In second place at the moment, but definitely on a charge. Noah Winter seems to be the man who's been putting in the better results. Fabian Wolf will also have a chance. Containerland, obviously one of the sponsors of this event. We've got F4 foils as well down that bottom end. Office Lab. And, Sidders. Sidders? There we go. There we go. Is that the 2-minute flag? I think it is. So 2 minutes to go until the start. Anyone to predict a top three? Come on, let's predict a top three. Anyone going to do it? I'm going to go with, it's no surprise, Johan So, first place. Johan So, first place. That's what I'm going for. Second place. Who are we picking? Come on. Who's your money on? It's Windia. I think Winter. I mean, he's leading this event at the moment, wants to put in a good performance. He seems to go well in the wind. He did well in Furta. Yeah, I'm putting him in second. Third place. Ooh. Maybe Everard or the Wolf. What am we going for? Bit different today, maybe a bit winder, maybe the Wolf. He was again looking good in Furta. That's my top three. Go on, anyone else got a top three? Simon Peffer's gone number one, the Beast. So Johan So, followed by Hugo Bossman. So Sjoberg, he's going for Sjoberg in second. But who's your third place rider? Let's wait and see. We're lining up for the start. Let's see if we can pick out where they are. So we got the Beast on the black sail with the white FMX logo down that bottom end. On the north sail, we've got Heinmeier on the easy to spot. We got Nielsen on the orange loft. On the S2 Maui sails, Polgeman with that orange and yellow sail. Then we got a couple of the Severns. Hessels is in there. The Wolf is in there. And we're missing the Patrick rider. Where is he? There's the Neil Pride of Everard. But where is Winter? I don't see him. So my man is already out. We don't even see him on the start. But Everard with a good start up that top end. The Wolf in the middle. And it is down this bottom end, Johan So, though. The drone struggling to keep up with the action at the moment. But Winter is missing, and we don't know where he is. But that is not a good sign for the event leader at the moment. Maybe he's had a problem, but Johan So is outpacing at the moment. The Wolf in second place, Everard in third as we're coming into that first mark. And, I mean, just look at the distance he's already gained, Johan So. So round in first, the Wolf in second, Everard in third, then Heinmeier in fourth place. Then we've got Nielsen and Pogeman out in the front, though. Could the Wolf challenge Johan So? You never know. He's keeping good pace at the moment. Johan So has not got away from the Wolf. Is he scared of the Wolf? Is he scared of the Wolf? We're about to find out. We've got 3 jibe marks to go. Second jibe mark, it's Johan So, the Beast, who goes round in first place. The Wolf right behind him, hunting him down, prowling around. Everard in third place. Heinmeier, Polgeman, Nielsen, then Hessels behind him. But Johan So is the man at the front. Looks plenty of breeze out there here in Denmark. It's such a great setup here actually for racing. Some really cool clubhouse, which we're actually doing the whole thing from here. And then out on the water, you can just see how it looks. We've got plenty of breeze, consistent wind and flat water. And there we go. And Johan So, absolutely full tilt. Let's see if we can not go all the way to the jibe mark. We want to stay ahead of the Beast if we can. But Johan So still in first place, pulled out a bit of distance on the Wolf. The Wolf in second. Everard in third. And Winter, that's the story. Where is Noah Winter? Pogeman up to fourth place. Heinmeier in fifth. Nielsen in sixth. Hessels in seventh. Are we going to see any mistakes from the top guys? Such a lead. Look at Johan So. He's already nearly around the outside mark. So I think my prediction was pretty good, but Noah Winter's let me down here. And where's Sjoberg? We haven't seen Sjoberg, have we? So there's definitely something happened. But Johan So will make it round the outside mark nice and clean. He's not actually pulled out that much on the Wolf. The Wolf has stayed with him, which is pretty impressive because we know how fast Johan is. Everard in third place. Pogeman, Heinmeier and Hessels. But it will be the Beast, looking like he is going to claim another victory here on the EPWT. It's the first event of their tour. First event on their calendar. There'll only be one event in 2024, and then stay tuned for 2025. But it will be Johan So, aka The Beast, 21 years old, 195, 97 kilos, and he has cruised that race, let's be honest. So Johan So takes another victory. Second place will be the Wolf. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's my wolf impression. Didn't come out quite right. Everard in second. I mean, the wolf is tall, isn't he? 197. But he's, missing 10 kilos on the beast. Pogaman in fourth place. Yeah, Pogaman. See, they're all pretty tall fellas. Nielsen going over the line. Pogaman's 97 kilos as well. Wow. That's pretty heavy. There's not many light foilers. 86 kilos for Nielsen. And then Hessel's, I think it is, just going over the line. Or Oram, is it? Maybe it was Oram. Difficult to spot. But there you go. That was the final. We'll have to find out. Well, Heinmeier must have gone down because he was right in the mix. So must have crashed on that last mark. Yeah, what happened to Noah Winter? That is the question we're all asking. Obviously maybe the guys on the beach know the guys outside, but here in the commentary booth, I do not know. I'll be honest. I have no clue. We didn't see him. We didn't hear anything. But we also lost Hugo Schoberg on the duotone. We didn't see him either. Interesting. Oh, no, that wasn't... maybe that wasn't Heinmeier. That was a wave sail. That North sail I spotted before. So, yeah, there we go. That was the fourth elimination final. Now, still no discards kicking in. Discards only really kick in after 5 eliminations here on this tour. So it's a slightly different system. But we will be having interviews on the beach and we'll try and find out what exactly is happening out there. I think it is pretty breezy. Like I say, you really get a sense of the breeze when you get those nice close-up shots. You really get a sense of how much these guys are on the edge. The further away you are, you don't always get that sort of feeling that anything can give at any moment, which is pretty cool to see. But obviously in this wind, flying is pretty tricky.
Just a second. Tell me when you're ready with him. This has to be now.
So, just wandering in. If you didn't tune in yesterday, this is the beauty of this place. Obviously, for foiling, you have to walk in the last sort of 50 meters or whatever it might be. But obviously, for learning to windsurf, it's absolutely perfect because it's kind of waist deep up out into those buoys, and then it goes to the deeper water. So they've got this new sort of windsurfing centre that's opened here, new windsurfing school as well and shop. And they've had a lot of people apparently in the summer here learning to windsurf. Noah Winter, who was leading this event, I say was because he isn't anymore, learnt to windsurf here. Had his first sort of windsurfing moments in this very bay, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, good place to come for the summer. 6,000 they said. I'm only doing these numbers because they told me yesterday, but 6,000 people usually live here. But in the summer, they get times by 10. So it is kind of a summer venue for a lot of people from the outside, I guess, of Denmark, maybe Germany and stuff who come over for the summer. But it's a nice little place. Cool atmosphere. On the... with a white helmet there. Everard on the right-hand side with the red helmet. And then obviously... Oh, here he is, Noah Winter. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay, Noah, tell us what happened in that final.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't go as planned. I really wanted to push the pin end, and that's what I did. I was the lowest guy on the line, and I actually thought I got a good start, but it was just maybe a half a second to a second over. And in these conditions, with this speed, it's enough to be over with a few meters. So unfortunately, come for the next one.
And how windy is it out there? What were you on?
I was on the 4.5, my second smallest, and it's pretty windy. I mean, maybe enough to go 3.6 later. Let's see.
Do you sail out there when it's like this much?
Normally yes, with the wind, but not when it's like starts howling down with the rain. Then it gets a bit difficult to see. But it's fun, you know.
You can't hear it.
Good luck in the next one.
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, test it.
I love it when they cut to me and I'm not ready. So it sounds like he was over the line early, so we didn't even see that start. So there must have been. I was a bit worried that might happen because the drone was out after 1 and then you get out of sync. So, yeah, we did think that could happen. I thought it was strange, but that makes much more sense. So there was a start before we saw it where he was disqualified for being over, which is a shame. That's going to hurt him a little bit, you know. With Michelle Becker not being here, it would have been easier to get a second in this race as opposed to yesterday. So the guys that stayed in that one, obviously right up there. The Wolf will be moving up in the overall points. So what we need to find out is when the next
so
race
windy,
will be.
man.
They've obviously got a
Like I was 4.9, fully
and
overpowered.
I have a feeling
So-
we're going down to the beach to get some more interviews. So yeah, let's see.
Difficult,
Hopefully we're gonna
but I'm
get
happy
some
with
more.
it, so it's good.
Hang on a second. Do you want to start again then,
Having a
Finn?
little look to see if I can see what's
Okay.
happening. I can see some interviews happening, but
Again.
We're about to go live. Hang on. Okay. So, how was it out there? Looks very windy.
Yeah, I mean it's like super windy. Like I won 4.9, I was fully overpowered. It's getting choppy, but I mean it's fun. Like we are racing in challenging condition. It's tough, but I'm happy with it, so it's good.
And what size are you on?
4.9.
Okay.
So yeah,
You got smaller?
I have nothing smaller.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Good luck. The next one. Let's see what else we got.
Just record, we can't hear that on the screen. Just record as we talked about before. I thought I saw it now, but I did not.
okay. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening. If we're going to do more interviews, I'm not hearing much. I'm hoping we're going to be. Off the water now, so like I said, hopefully we'll be having a little bit of a wander around like we did yesterday. It was quite cool. Someone talk to me, tell me what we're doing. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, I will tell you what, I will have to go and find out what's happening because I'm not getting too much communication in the live booth and I'm kind of locked away. So must be to do another race as soon as possible. So as soon as we find out the exact times, they will be on your screens. I was hoping we'd have some more interviews, but maybe there's a few issues at the moment. Yeah, so stay tuned. I apologise, but I have no clue what's going on right now.
It doesn't make it doesn't. But they say, but they, what didn't why didn't they
Yesterday there was no sound.
But then their speakers are dead, but I don't know.
I don't care about them.
No, me neither. But if it works in there,
Yeah, it was working.
could we check the internet there, put it on YouTube?
They said there was one ear working, but it was working. I listened to it on the TV. The problem is, like when I
didn't know because
I can't hear you in my ear at all.
We have no, but when
So I'm just like there, and I don't know. Like you're silent, so as far as I know, you could
try
be
again.
off.
Let's try again.
Yeah, but it's impossible.
But let's try. If you can hear me, then I just keep this one up all the time.
I can hear you, but you've got to turn it up. Like it's like you're so faint.
Okay.
But then most of the time I don't hear anything.
I
So I'm
understand.
like just sat there, like
I
going.
understand. The thing is, I get told there's no sound out there.
There wasn't yesterday.
But I could hear it.
There wasn't yesterday either. They said the same thing.
Okay, but I could
But
hear
on
it.
the TV it was working.
Yeah, but that's what is counting is what fucking is working on TV and the internet. Kan I prøve at sætte en live der, så når de kører? Gå der til interviewet.
It's such a shame because that bit.
I know.
Yeah,
Don't fucking blame me. I'm doing my best.
I'm just trying to think of how
I
to
just-
solve it. It's working.
Yeah, but I told you. I didn't know. This is why this has to be running fucking all the time. That we know was on the live stream.
Yeah.
And it works perfectly.
It was working. It was only coming through on one ear. That's what someone
That's-
said.
that's-
But that's the least of it. That's the least option one.
Fucking for den der til at køre hele tiden i YouTube.
Men jeg kan jo ikke også, så kan jeg også
I
ringe til
know.
118
Det
mennesker.
er ingen kritik af dig, det er kritik af mig selv. Det skal bare køre det der lort. Den skal køre. Hele tiden. Det er vores...
Så jeg også bare tænke med på, så skal vi jo finde noget, vi kan have det kørende på hele tiden. Jeg har ikke noget.
Min computer.
Jamen,
Min computer.
jeg sidder med en computer på, så siger jeg har ikke lyd på.
Fuck, mand, noget lort, mand. Det er jo totalt idioter, mand.
Ja, men det er altså...
Jeg har for mange, vi har bare været på uheldige, men der er et uheld kommer bare aldrig alene. Det er det, der er keyword her, at man kan se, hvad der er på nettet. Men det er da også meget anderledes i forhold til at...
hører det der. Altså, det er jo ikke altid lavet det interview.
It did work on the internet. That is obviously problems with these speakers out on the big screen. Vi skal ringe til ham der med det der. Det skulle til electricity bukser der.
can't hear it.
Good luck in the next one.
You can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
No.
Oh, test it.
I love it when they cut to me and I'm not ready. So it sounds like he was over the line early, so we didn't even see that start. So there must have been. I was a bit worried that might happen because the drone was out after one, and then you get out of sync. So yeah, we did think that could happen. I thought it was strange, but that makes much more sense. So there was a start before we saw it where he was just
Tough race.
find out is when the next
It's so
race
windy,
will be.
man.
They've obviously got a
Like I was for now, fully overpowered.
I have a feeling
So
we're going down to the beach to get some more interviews. So yeah, let's see.
difficult, but I'm happy with it, so it's good.
Hang on a second. Do you want to start again then, Finn?
See if I can see what's
Okay, hang
happening.
on a second.
I can see some interviews happening, but Okay, sounds like we are back. Yes, and as you can see, there is plenty of wind on the course area, like too much wind for the committee boat. So we have heard they have had to change the committee boat. It's that windy. They've changed a few marks around, and it is only going to get windier. So one more race today. Let's see how it plays out. There was rumours that the drone is down. The rain has killed the drone. Is there another drone? Well, I guess we'll find out when we start the racing. But I haven't heard confirmation if it's totally dead or if there is a replacement coming. Oh, that's the difficulty. And look at it now. Typically, the forecast has come true. It's brightened up. The wind is up. Let's see. I think it'd be pretty windy, actually, for the drone anyway. Do we have a drone? Can someone let me know? Okay, so confirmation. We don't have a drone. I know that's hard to hear. Same for me as well here in the commentary booth. But we're gonna sail the heat anyway. So we may as well give you what we've got. It's gonna be a literal one camera go, and it's still not a full fleet race. So it will be 2 semi-finals and a final. Ah, that's a shame, isn't it? I don't know if we can get the drone just to film it for the highlights. I'm not sure if there's another drone. Well, I guess those guys will be doing that behind the scenes, hopefully. So stay tuned to the highlights. You never know. We might get a surprise. We've got Tyrone saying running drones must be nice but very expensive. Well, it is when it's conditions like we had this morning. I think when they did the race, it must have been the wettest part of the day. So obviously it got absolutely drowned, and I've heard the GPS has gone on it. So yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. But look at it now. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Sun's out, wind is up. I saw Noah Vinter rigging a 3.6. Now, I'm not sure what we're even going to be able to see looking out there, but I'm having a feeling it's not going to be a lot. So, yeah, lower your expectations. Oh, mate, you can't make this up, can you? Look at it. It's sunny, windy, but we're Jimmy one camming. But that's it. Hopefully, well, I know for sure by tomorrow we'll have another one in the post. And it should be here, hopefully. Looks good for the weekend, though, in terms of no rain, sun's out, a little bit less wind, obviously, which is not such a problem. But it looks like we're going to have a good weekend of racing, and a few of the problems have hopefully been all ironed out now as we finish day number 2, last elimination of the day. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes when you're dealing with the weather. Okay, so I think we're into sequence. Who's out there watching? Have we got any win this weekend? Anyone going sailing? We've got Guillaume saying this spot is so flat. It could be insane for Slalom X. I'd agree. I mean, it's such a good spot, isn't it? Look at it. It looks perfect. Cross shore, flat. Yeah, looks really good. Looks like like I said, it's almost like a lake, but there is obviously an opening to the sea, but it's pretty closed off, so you don't really get swell coming in by the looks of it. And here we go. This is the start. Here we go. Day number 2, elimination 5. It's a good start. It's a good start on that Patrick and the Neil Pride of Everard. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, let's have a look who's in this. Everard and the Wolf up in there in the top 2. I think it's going to be the usual suspects. I don't think we're going to see many people complete the course because it is mega windy right now. So there'll be a few guys who maybe don't even have equipment. Look at that. I mean, That's a bet. At least that camera's a little bit closer. The Wolf looks like he's out in the lead and he is absolutely dying. Look at it. It is super windy. This is definitely like going back old school. I mean, that just makes you appreciate. I think sometimes in life you have to go back and look what was normal and kind of like appreciated, and then you realize what the drone gives you. And that is the reason which I'm hopeful for, you know, the live streaming future of windsurfing and, you know, the coverage that it can provide now with this like amazing tool for windsurfing, which is the drone. It just changes the game. So yeah, it's like going back on like old windsurfing equipment. You know, go on old windsurfing equipment, you appreciate the new stuff. But the Wolf leading, second place, Everard. Then we've got Permin, Gustav. Oh, he's gone down though. Gustav's gone down. It's going to be basically who can make it around the course. Yeah, I think we stick on the other one. We can see a little bit more what's going on, but you can see the boys have really got their harness lines on full length, haven't they? Can we get the closer? There we go. That's better. Look at that. This is cranking. This is probably 35 knots plus. Absolutely ridiculous. Jibing's going to be quite fun. Well, not if you're out there actually doing it, but if you're watching it. There we go. The Wolf moves up into the lead. Has he got it on here? He's going to just nurse it round the corner. He was on a 5-0 when I last spoke to him. So maybe he's still on the 5-0, but you can just see the amount of breeze out there. It's super windy. I think it might be Hessel's in about third place at the moment. I mean, these semi-finals, it's going to be who can make it to the end of this course. This is like survival stuff. So Permin looks in there, Hessel's looks in there, Everard up in second, obviously, and the Wolf in first place. And the Wolf's looking good for an overall result at the moment. He hasn't had his discard today, which is good because obviously we heard Michelle Becker went home injured. Was he's got some tendon problems or ligament problems in his feet. So hopefully that's all sorted. But look at the breeze out there. I mean, that is cranking. Maybe I'll get to go for a sail today. It's going to be like 3-7 weather. Look at it. You can see the water just getting picked up and pushed all over the place. Guillaume saying, are the racers allowed to run a fin? I asked that same question actually yesterday, but it's not a possibility. It has to be on a foil. We've got Brad saying he's sailing this weekend in Colorado. Colorado? I guess on a lake, I guess. The Wolf, look at this. This is just getting windier and windier. The final could be absolutely bonkers. It could. Will we see Johan So win it? You know, Noah Vinter's got a 3-6 foil sail rigged. Look at this. Oh, man. I mean, we could have had the drone up, but I don't know if the drone is even able to fly in this. It's looking proper 40 knot stuff. Hopefully we'll get a wind reading from the committee boat, but it looks pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's so flat, which is lucky, but the boys are just like standing there and without even trying going quick. Yeah, that's probably not a 5-0 anymore, is it? It was a 5-0, but I'm pretty sure that's even smaller. We got Nicola saying prediction for the tour winner at the end is So, then the Wolf, then Vinter. Yeah, I mean, Noah Vinter really could have done without using his discard today because with Michelle Becker not here, this was the day to get the result. But obviously going over in that final is going to cost him the event lead. And that's Everard qualifying for the final. Yeah, mega windy at the moment. Is that Hessel's? I think it is Hessel's. Or Aurum. No, Aurum. on that Severn. Oh, it looks like we're already into the next one. So not much gap. They're trying to flak through them. We got Poggyman coming through, Nielsen coming through, Dietz, and I had some more information on Dietz, which makes more sense. He's 68 kilos, I was going to say, because he's always on quite a small sail. So 14 years old and 68 kilos was my information in the end. So that makes a bit more sense. 14-year-old, 68 kilos, 178 tall. So yeah, that does make sense. A more normal size for a 14-year-old. Look at this. It's looking pretty ominous though, isn't it? Johan So out in the front on the 0.7 FMX. It looks like pretty big sail. It looks like Poggyman going down on the outside. Has to be careful because he won't qualify for a final. But Johan So, he looks very comfortable, scarily comfortable almost. Oh, he's 97 kilos, so he does have a fair bit of weight on his side. He's got some muscles. And he's put them to good use by the looks of it. So Johan So making it look easy. Third jibe mark. Cruising around. Look at that. Doesn't even miss a beat. The other boys coming around the jibe mark could be interesting. Because this is pretty windy stuff. And that is Winter in second place. And then Schoberg probably on the duotone. Then Nielsen on the loft. Dietz, by the looks of it, 68 kilos against 97 kilo Poggyman. Yeah, this is crazy windy, isn't it? Look at this. It's just getting windier by the second. Windier by the second. It's typical, isn't it? You know, when you run in a foiling event, you get wind that's absolutely nuking. But that's the thing with the foiling. You can, you know, handle it these days. Outside jibe mark. Easy. Easy for the beast. I mean, he looks like he's just cruising, doesn't he? But look at the breeze. We've got to be over 40 knots. 35 at least. I'm pretty sure Noah Winter's on a 3.6. So if it went ballistic, you never know. He might be able to challenge the beast. Who knows? I think the finish boy is the finish mark is on the move. Oh no! Oh no! The finish line is moved. Oh God! Oh, looks like they can't get the engine going. So that finish line is going to be a bit of a interesting one. Now this race might have to be cancelled. Does he go between there and the boat? What does he do? Oh, God. Some days, 40 knots wind reading and the boat. I'm sure that's the finish boat, wasn't it? Do we have to resail? Well, we'll have to wait for the official word, but that doesn't look good. Because now, obviously, these guys are going to go between the boat and the buoy because the boat is below the buoy. I don't know. Oh, my life. Like I said, some days, if you don't laugh, you'd cry. So we got to laugh because 40 knots, foiling. We've already lost one committee boat. We've now got the second, the start boat just drifted off. Oh, maybe it's still there. Or was that a different one? Maybe there's just an extra boat just drifting by. Well, I'll hopefully get some confirmation in my ear what is exactly happening.
because obviously, well, we can't see the buoy, can we? So maybe it wasn't maybe that wasn't the Finnish boat that drifted past. Oh, it was. Yes, it was. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Officially, I'm not sure if they can count that. But again, we will wait and see what the powers that be tell me. Tim says, as a reference to what's normally uncomfortable, it's nice to see the body posture of way overpowered on a foil. Yeah, it's basically 46 harness lines to 50, full extension, holding, body weight out, just literally hardly sheeting in. Okay, so we should be getting some confirmation from the race officer. What is happening? Tell me in the booth, because I'm guessing that finish is going to be a bit hard work to work out when the Finnish boat drifts. So I'm guessing it should be cancelled. 40 knots. Sun's out. What you rigging in 40 knots? If you're going sailing at home, what you rigging? It's probably not your foil gear, is it? Okay. Well, that's the wind we've got. It's like south of France, isn't it? Mistral's blowing, or whatever the other one is. What's the other one? Levante? Down the bottom end, Tarifa. It's one of them big winds, but here it's just Denmark. That's what they get. Oh, there we go. The Finnish is back up and running. Frederick says 6 metre size to me. Just got home, Netherlands, after a bump and jump session. 6 metre in 40 knots. Fair enough. Nicola says 40 knots, I think small wave sails. I mean, I would love to get the old fin out now. I'd say that on a foil tour. Shh, don't tell anyone. No, but 40 knots, that's pretty scary, isn't it? Fair play to these guys out there. I mean, the cool thing with the foil, I guess, in this sort of wind, you're not getting all the chop. But, yeah, they seem to be handling it pretty well. You know, back in the day, it was always the foil was kind of classed as a light wind alternative, you know, like or an option, wind option. But just as the foil has grown over the years, it's kind of crazy how much wind they can handle now. You know, Nico Goya has been one of the guys pushing that sort of side of it, and it's amazing to see what he can do and what sort of winds he's been doing over the years, although it's becoming more common now for most people. Well, look at that. You look up wind and Johan So is just fully sheeted in, full chat, like not backing off. Look at it. I have a feeling he's going to be winning this next final. You know, Noah Winter has got a 3.6. Not sure it's going to make a difference because this beast is just absolutely tanking right now.
Okay, so I'm guessing, are they rerunning it? We don't know. I've still not heard anything. Can anyone give me any information? I guess it's pretty hectic out there on the boat. I guess we'll just have to watch and see. Just so you guys at home know, I've just got all the information you've got. We're just looking at the screen. So it does look. Meanwhile, Johan So's just blasting around. Having a lovely time. Look at him. Just see him like chum, 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 chum. Everyone else is crying. He's just cruising. So it does look like it might be a windy autumn by the looks of it in Northern Europe. Getting plenty of wind around. That's what it looks like from the beach. Quite interesting actually far away they are. That's kind of a good perspective before, just to give you an idea. I mean, they are quite far out. Johan, what's we say? What's your prediction for the next PWA foil slalom event now that Johan So is amongst the competitors? Yeah, I mean, looks good. It's very difficult to gauge it because we need a benchmark, and here we haven't really got that benchmark. We had Michelle Becker, and if Becker was anything to go by, it looks like Johan's going pretty well because, yeah, Becker looked pretty competitive against the other guys, whereas Johan looked good. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess different conditions as well make a big difference in the speeds and what's capable. We got Jan saying, cheers, just came in. Wind is too strong for the drone, I guess. Well, it probably is, but the drone got absolutely drowned earlier in the rain squall that came through. And I think the drone didn't like it. He said, computer says no. So Mr. Drone is having a bit of time out, drying off. But now, like I say, sun is out. Looks nice out there. If it can look nice in 40 knots. Nicola says, PWA, don't forget Goya. And Goya is back, obviously. A few guys that went to the Olympics. Are we going to see a few more of them on these tours? Maybe. Or do we lose a couple to the Olympics? So, that's the interesting one. Obviously, it's an easier pathway in terms of funding with the IQ foil stuff. The European Pro Windsurfing Tour, what this is, the PWA, the IFCA, all these sort of things are funded by sponsors. Whereas if you go down that Olympic route, you can find usually some sort of funding from governments and stuff like that. So in that term, it might be even easier for some of the Olympic stuff, but I know most of them like this sort of racing better. So it will be interesting to see what route everyone goes down after this Olympics, and if it has a say after their experiences. So it looks like there is a flag up on the boat. So I'm guessing that's the runners-up final. I think in this type of wind, we probably could run some big fleet races because we haven't got that many competitors and it looks so gnarly that I think we're not going to have all the competitors out there or even finishing. Yeah, let's see what this brings. Plenty of breeze, that's for sure. What's the windiest you've ever foiled in? If we've got any foilers out there watching. I think I definitely haven't foiled in anything super strong. I mean, I can get on a 4 or 5 wave sail on a foil pretty early. 40 knots is, I probably reckon you could go on tiny sail. As long as you've got a little bit of lift from the foil, you can go on a really small sail. Obviously, these guys have got quite small front wings, so they can use a bigger sail and go faster. The bigger front wing you've got, the faster you go, you create too much lift. So if you've got a bigger front wing, you can go with a small sail, you just go slower. Okay, come on, we're getting there. Flag action is on. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I know I say it all the time, but it is... Was that the start? Yeah, again, you can't see it from this angle, but I'm guessing that is the start. Looks like Nielsen on the loft is had a good start on his own. This would be is that a race? We've got literally no communication at the moment to the boat, so I'm just sitting here. That could have been a start. Who knows? Michelle Becker. This takes me back to the old days, this. Well, I mean, we definitely had flags, and then it looked like a green flag, and then it looked like one person on the start. But if we see him come past from the left to right in a minute, he's probably winning that runners-up final. But obviously, more the sort of focus will be on this winners' final, which will be up next. They're probably trying to get in before the real windy stuff kicks in. 40 knots isn't windy enough. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's in first place in the runners-up final, Nielsen. Someone is saying, where is Michelle Becker? Well, he retired from this event, injured. He's gone back to rest his foot or feet. He's got some problems at the moment with strained tendons or ligaments. All right, I think we are in sequence. Meanwhile, Nelson is winning this runners-up final. He's on his own, having a glory run. Look at him on the loft. Hey. He's like, no one cares about me. Well, he's going to get 11th place, so it's not too bad. Guillaume, sorry, Ben, do you know if there's an event discard? Event discard, what are we talking about here? Let me have a catch up. On the PWA, usually there is, if there's enough competitions. I'm not quite sure. I need to work out how many there is. But yeah, usually it's after 4 or 5. So here we go. This is the winners' final. Let's big it up. Elimination 5. Who's your money on? Come on. I see. Who's your money on for second? Because Johan So just does look like he's on his own at the front. I mean,
He is the beast. He's called the beast for a reason. But let's see. With this amount of wind, one mistake could be all that's needed to miss out on the win. We've got Noah's Vinter. Yeah, my brain's gone. Vinter. Noah Vocker. He's a wave sailor from a few years ago. Yeah, Noah Vinter was leading this event coming into today. After the first elimination, he got disqualified for an over early, and Johan So won, so he now goes into the lead for the event. But could Vinter now get a good result and put him right back up there? Because with the Wolf finishing second, he will be right up there after this elimination, because that would be fifth elimination, and that's when the first discard kicks in. So first discard kicks in, the Wolf will benefit. Vinter will benefit as well, but so will Johan So. And the Beast will be miles ahead. He's pretty much had one bad result and then all first places. So let's see what goes on here. Looking out there now, we've got the left-hand side. We've got the duotone. Is that Van der Weg? I think it might be. We've got on the right-hand side, Johan So on that 0.7 sail. Then we've got Sjoberg on the other duotone. We've got Heinmeier on the north. We've got the Patrick of Permin, I think it is. We've got Noah Vinter on that small one. 3.6. Will it help him? Let's have a look. It's a good start by the looks of it, but it is Johan So flying down this first reach on what looks like a pretty big sail, and absolutely flying. So is the Wolf up on the top end. Who is it going to be going around in first place? Well, it's going to be the Beast. Obviously it is. So Johan So round in first. Then it looks like it is Sjoberg. Then it looks like Noah Vinter. Oh, let's stay on that. And then we've got Everard coming through. The Wolf is in there. Heinmeier. Noah Vinter in that yellow Rashi. It does make a big difference, doesn't it, how easy it is to spot them. But out in the front, Johan So, where we're expecting to see him. Is he going to make a mistake? Sjoberg in second by the looks of it on the duotone. We've got the Wolf up there. Vinter's up there. But it is Johan So round the second jibe mark in first place. Then it's Sjoberg. Then it's the Wolf. Then Vinter. Then Everard right in there as well. Look how small that's it. Oh, big crash. Big crash down that bottom end. Oh, another big crash. Some big gusts going off. They're dropping like flies right now. Oh, my life. So who do we lose? We lost Sjoberg. Yeah, Sjoberg was the man to go down with that big crash. Johan So still up and riding. This could be a survival race right now. The Wolf in second, Everard in third. We got Vinter in third and fourth fighting for that spot. So yes, out in front, the Beast is leading this race. Second place, it's the Wolf. Then we've got Everard. No, we haven't. It's Vinter up into third place on that 3.6. And that could be very, very useful, that small sail. But Johan So, the Beast, is out there leading. Noah Vinter's having a look to the inside, but the Wolf makes a good jibe. Then we've got Everard coming through. 40 knots of wind here in Denmark on the second day of the EPWT. We're coming at you live. The drone is down. We've got the long cameras on. They're racing right out, and it's a close race for second, third and fourth. But out in the lead, the Beast, Johan So, is going to win another one by the looks of it. We've still got one jibe mark to go and one jibe mark only. So need to keep it together. And this is where the wind really cranks up towards the outside. Johan So is going to be the first guy to go around the outside mark. Can he keep it together? The Wolf and Vinter have got a race on here for second place in this race and the second place overall. But it is Johan So that jibes round in first. Right, let's go back to that battle for second on the close cam. Here we go. Wolf is round in second. It's a solid jibe considering the conditions of Vinter. Vinter's gone down and Everard has moved up into third place now. Oh, Noah Vinter, he really needed that.
He didn't need to go down on that outside jibe mark, and Everard's going to give it a go now on the last reach. Could he catch the wolf? There's no catching the beast, though. The beast is going to win this. Johan So, 0.7 FMX boards. He's on the ion foil this year from Patrick, and it does look a very good combo. He's looking in control, and he is going to win the 5th elimination here in Denmark for the EPWT day number 2. Johan So, it never looked like anything else, did it? But another win for the beast in second place. Great race from the wolf. I mean, really solid. He's a tall fella, so in this wind, it's going to be tricky. Topple over. And then Everard coming through in third place. A good, solid race from him. Shame for Noah Winter back in fourth place. We still haven't seen him. He's gone down at that mark. And Sjoberg's coming back. Actually, Sjoberg has come back to overtake Noah Winter on that last reach. So, yeah. There we go. Actually, pretty much a survival race in the end. 40 knots of breeze. Crazy. Well, what I am looking forward to now is the interview. So I'm crossing my fingers we are going to have the interviews, because those boys have been out there. It's probably gusting 40 knots, and it will be interesting to hear what they've got to say about that. But that'll be pretty intense stuff. Yeah, so we're going to get the interviews as soon as they're on the beach. Let's see how that goes. Just catching up with the comments. What have we got here? So we'll win, apparently, unless he gets severe sunstroke like in the Olympics. Guillaume says, I've found it in the PWA rulebook. There is no discard from 1 to 3 events. Yeah, it needs to be 4, I think, is it? Yeah, no, 5 events. No, 4 events in the PWA, but it's for a discard here in the EPWT. You need 5 eliminations, but we have had 5 eliminations now, so there will be a discard coming in. Yeah, so there we go. What do you think of 40 knots? Come on, I still want to know if any of you would go out there on your foil in 40 knots. Can you put a fin in a foil board? That's the question. Look at that. I mean, that is absolutely epic, isn't it? We got cross shore. Oh, Poggy Man nearly going down. Bouncing down here. He's like 97 kilos, I think it said, which is, when he's getting tossed around like that, you know it's windy. But yeah, look at the conditions. Look at that. It's like a deafy wind you could do here. I wonder how far it is to the other side. Probably a good old race. And there we go. Absolute ballistic stuff. The boys are coming in on the foil. Like I say, it'd be interesting to hear what they have to say, what size sails they're on. So I'm just reading some of the comments, because I have read a few of the comments before saying, you know, why is this event on at the same time as an Olympic event? I just read something else. Why with the PWA at the same time as the Olympics? You know, that's pretty much it. Events are funded by certain things that maybe don't even care about the Olympics. And it's very difficult once you stop an event and you take that funding away to get it back. So you never want to do that. You want to keep it going. And some people, you know, most of the PWA races, a lot of the guys on this EPWT are not involved in the IQ foil. So, you know, I get it, but if you want to do the Olympics, that's just how it goes down. I think it's quite exciting as well, you know, to see different things happening, because even when you're doing the Olympics, you're not going to be spending time at the beginning of the year doing PWA or EPWT or whatever it might be, IFCA, because you want to be dialed into that IQ foil gear. So if you're in the Olympics, you're writing off a year, you know, after the Olympics, okay, but before the Olympics, even if it's 2 weeks before, a month before, 2 months before, and you're involved in the Olympics, you ain't going to be doing it. Here we go. I'm sure we're going to have some good interviews now. I'm hopeful because it's always good when you've had a crazy race or it's been, you know, absolutely ballistic. It's cool to hear from the guys out there. Obviously, Noah Winter there is in the Yellow Rash Fest, but it isn't going to be for much longer. I think we will have the handing over today. It would be actually quite a nice little clip, wouldn't it? Handing over of the Yellow Rash Fest to the man next to him, fellow countryman. But I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot from Noah Winter. He's still quite lightweight, you know, so when he fills out a bit and gets a bit more weight on him, he's obviously proved he's got the skills. But I think to hang it in with the big boys, weight on. But yeah, you can see a few of the foils there. So Neil Pride, obviously Everard. We've got... the beast is on the Patrick, you can see that. We've got...
Not live, but we're about to be. Hold on.
Here we go.
Okay, Fabian, tell me, is that one of the windiest 4 races you've ever done?
I think, yes, for surely one of the windiest I've done, especially with a 5 meter. On Friday I was lucky that I had a 4 meter, but now I only had the 5 meter. But it was fun. The gusts were coming through like, I say, 35 knots plus. It was fun.
Yeah. And it looked like you weren't that far behind Johan that time.
Yeah, but I think after the first region, the first mark, no one was pushing really 100%. It was just so everyone wanted to come safe into the finish, bring the solid result home. Let's say like this, yeah.
Yeah, Noah stacked it on the last mark, I think.
Yeah, he went swimming.
All right, man, I'm going to talk to Johan.
Yeah.
Johan, we're going for the long walk with Mr. So, all the way over to his car. Okay. That's a pretty small wing you've got on there. What size is it?
400.
400, and what size sail?
4.8.
4.8.
Yeah.
So is that one of the windier 4 races you've done?
Yeah, for sure. Woo. But now also came some more seaweed, I think, with the low tide, so it was a lot of pressure in the sail, but the foil wanted to go down, so it was interesting.
But you stayed on, and now I think you're leading the event.
Yeah, I would think so.
Good, man. All right, I'll let you get on. I'll find some more people to interview. Hang on a second. There he is. Yellow vest man who crashed on the last mark. Noah over here. Oh, here we go. How much did? Hang on. We're live. What happened on the last mark?
Man, I just think my combination this time was, the 3.6 sail and with the, 85 board. I think I have too much power from the board, so I could almost not keep it down. Actually, on the way in, I was not even the back foot strap. So in the last jibe, you had a Cyril behind, and then I was trying to go in, and then my foil kind of slipped off, and then I was in the water, and then I was actually struggling to get up again. But luckily, I ended 5th at least.
And the foils, when they're that small, they're really twitchy, are they?
Yeah. Really, you have to be polite, really polite. It's crazy.
All right, well done for handling the win.
Yeah.
Let's see what Poggy Man's got to say. Quick interview. How was it?
Not so good because I got different information. The Finnish boat told me I got through. The start boat didn't tell me, and when I went in, I missed the finals, sadly.
Oh no, I saw you absolutely stacked coming in. What size are you on?
I was on 5.0. It was quite strong. But the first elimination was fine. It was the 4th place, so yeah, I'm gonna ask her, because I got different information. Let's see.
Okay. Next one.
You do next one? Not today, or?
I don't know when the next one. Maybe we're done. Okay. This is the last one.
Hello.
Right, let's find one more interview. Schoberg crashed.
How was it?
Oh, Cyril as well. Here you go. Quickly. How is it? Windiest foil race you've ever done?
I think so. Maybe further once, windier, but very on the edge. So it was fun.
And a difficult race for you, was it?
Yeah, I fucked it up once again with the crash on the second mark. But there's 2 more days, so I hope to fix the mistakes then.
All right, man. Good luck. I'll just talk to Cyril. Okay, better race for you, Cyril. How is it out there?
I mean, the semi-final was so windy. At the end, it dropped just a bit for the final. It was just perfect. I was feeling quite fast. So on the second reach, I managed to come back close to the top guys. And at the end, I just passed Noah. So I'm happy to take the third place again. So it's nice.
You like it windy?
Yeah, I like high winds.
Right, man. Good job. Okay, I think we go back to Ben for now.
Okay, back to me, and I think that is it for the day from what I've heard. So the results have changed. Noah Winter is now not leading this event. Johan So is leading this event, and rightly so. I mean, he's won 4 eliminations out of 5, discards that 5th. He's counting all first places. Second place, I guess it's pretty close, but I would imagine the Wolf will be right up in the mix. Noah Winter has obviously dropped a bit today. Everard might have pushed up, but we'll wait for those official results to come through. But there we go. That will be it for day number 2. The next 2 days look a bit lighter. There's less rain around, so we should be all good because it has been causing a bit of havoc here, the rain. But as you can see now, that front's come through. It's cleared up, and that's the way it's looking for the next 2 days. So thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for bearing with us. See you tomorrow for day number 3.
Our goals and purposes with the first Noah Stick mast extension and with this one, well, they haven't really changed. This is a revolutionary product that is designed for all levels and all types of windsurfers. This Noah Stick, this is an evolution of a product that we got so right in so many ways right from the beginning. We wanted to make a product that was lighter and more simple. What we came up with was also a mast extension with a degree of finish that we couldn't even dream of. When you start using this product, you realize how easy and simple and efficient it really is. This is so much more than just a mast extension. We've redesigned and refined almost all parts of this carbon extension. It functions just like you always expected a mast extension to work.